The Rambling Geordie.
1 in 4 chippies and takeaways found to be selling meat from undeclared animals. Here we go again. Dodgy business practices, scamming customers. It's like I've seen this somewhere before. Takeaways and their suppliers have been putting the wrong meat in their dishes in a bid to cut corners, it has emerged. I wonder which ones have been doing that. I wonder if there's any sort of trend or repeating pattern amongst the takeaways that are doing this. The Food Standards Agency carried out DNA testing that revealed a quarter of meat and fish products were not entirely as described. This included ham and pineapple pizza that contained turkey, lamb curries that were between 60% and 100% beef DNA, and beef pepperoni that was nearly 3/4 chicken and 15% turkey. Out of 263 tests carried out, 73 were found to contain suspect meat, including goat meat actually containing mutton. I remember a takeaway near me being done for this a few years back. They were selling turkey ham as ham, but obviously not telling anyone. So they had to change all of their menus and re-deliver them through people's doors, which everyone loved, of course. And by doing that, they probably spent more money than they saved by giving out the wrong ham in the first place. Sorry, they weren't giving out the wrong ham. They were deliberately giving out the wrong ham. And, well, sure enough, 6 months later, they were out of business. Typical FAFO. So the tests were carried out by the FSA's National Food Crime Unit, which was set up during the 2013 horsemeat scandal, when it emerged that a wide range of food advertised as beef also contained horsemeat. The latest figures are the highest for the last 3 years. Last year the figure was 48 and in 2023 it was 14. The FSA said consumers should have confidence that their food is safe and is what it says it is. If not, it can be seriously harmful to customers, food businesses and the wider food industry. Recent examples of this include several chip shops across the northwest selling catfish as traditional fish and chips to reduce costs. The farm fish which is safe to eat is usually imported from Southeast Asia, surprise, and at around £3.40 per kilogram wholesale is a lot cheaper than cod and haddock, which typically go for £15 per kilogram. Look, right, I get it. You're a business, you want to make money. One way of doing that is to reduce your costs. So if catfish is cheaper, great, sell catfish. But call it catfish. Don't try and pull the wool over people's eyes and pass stuff off as something else like they do in other, less civilised countries. Countries like the ones I bet most of the people pulling this shit are from. Responding to the BBC report, the Chartered Trading Standards Institute said that some unscrupulous businesses were mis-selling fish, but it was not a widespread issue. Oh, I bet it's a lot more widespread than you realise, mate. Dean Cook of the Chartered Trading Standards Institute said, replacing costly ingredients with less expensive ones is becoming more common. So migration goes up, fraudulent business practices go up. Yeah, I'm sure there's no connection there though. Meanwhile, 2 businesses in Lancashire were prosecuted for mis-selling kebab products last year. A different kebab shop in Burnley was found to be selling mixed lamb and chicken kebabs that contained mostly beef. Well, at least it was beef and not horse meat though, Tesco? So, speaking about the cases and the wider issue, Councillor Joshua Roberts said, inaccurate meat kebab products have become a national issue for trading standards, which has conducted extensive sampling in recent years to address the problem. Customers often do not know what meat they are eating, and shockingly, those making these products often don't know either. Now, I'm not trying to put the blame on a certain ethnic group or anything here, but I've seen mutton, beef and turkey all being passed off as something it's not. But one meat I'm not seeing being passed off as something else is, well, can you guess what it is? That's right, pork. Kinda makes you think really, doesn't it?
Don't be daft, man.